Hello and welcome to Kimes Corner. Did you know that Major League Baseball road underdogs coming off two or more consecutive wins are just 1,971 to 2,870? That's 1971 wins, 2,870 losses. That's 40.7%. They have cost bettors almost 4% return on investment since 2008. My name is Jeff Oskeim. Welcome here to wagertalk.com, Kimes Corner, Wager Talk TV. And in this video, I'll be giving you a free best bet winner and a detailed preview in tonight's baseball game between the Arizona Diamondbacks and St. Louis Cardinals. Before I get to that, go to my handicappers page right now. I have a huge winner, Major League Baseball Steam Play, that goes tonight on the Diamond. You do not want to miss this winner. It's a blowout winner. Overall, I'm number one in 2026 with win percentage, 193, 140. That's 58%, 77 units of net profit. I'm 65 and 45. Overall run, 126.79 in Major League Baseball. That's 62% winners. And now at my homepage, you will find summer specials, promo specials all over the place. Two I want to mention. One, buy three, get 3 days free for just $69. That ends at the end of the month. Make sure you check that out. That's a summer special. Buy three, get three free. All picks, all games, all plays I have, all ratings for just $69. Now, my pitch to kickoff special, my personal favorite, you get every release I have from today through the opening weekend of college football. That's right, through the opening weekend, including my 5% college football best bet winner for just $2.99. Sign up today, start getting picks today through the weekend of college football. That offer expires 7/31, end of the month, $2.99. It's normally $600. How have I done in football in my career? Where since 2007 as a professional handicapper, I have 34 football awards in both NFL and NCAA, 5 national football titles. And in the NFL alone, since 2021, I'm a documented 102, 72, and 3. That's 59% winners. You'll be tough to find a better handicapper in the NFL in the industry. Now, let's get back to what you really care about, and that's tonight's game between the Diamondbacks and the Cardinals. Arizona sits second right now in the NL West with a 52 and 49 record. They're 11 and a half games behind the division-leading Dodgers. No surprise there. The big surprise, though, with Arizona has been the offense. Huge disappointment. They ranked 25th in Major League Baseball with an OPS, and they ranked 19th in runs per game. That's not going to get it done. Arizona was supposed to have a significantly better offense than pitching, and that's been reversed this year. Now, pitching hasn't been great, but they have received a combined 604 OPS from their first baseman and designated hitters this season. That's dead last in Major League Baseball. Need better production from the first baseman and certainly from the DH. Now, pitching continues to keep them from being legitimate contenders. They rank 18th in ERA at 4.24, 26th in the xERA, 4.88, and 22nd among all pitching staffs in baseball in WAR, 6.1. Arizona starter Brandon Pfaadt. What has he done? Well, he's having a great year, right? He's 4-1 with a 4.58 ERA and 1.31 WHIP across 17 appearances. That includes 7 stars. However, he has very, very subpar underlying metrics, a 4.23 xERA, 4.49 FIP, and a 0.4 WAR. So his ERA, 4.58, is supported actually by the underlying metrics. He doesn't miss many bats. He has a 6.71 strikeout per 9 rate. That's not going to get it done. And he also has issues with the long ball. His home run per 9 rate is 1.22, despite keeping the ball on the ground. I mean, Brandon Pfaadt keeps the ball on the ground. He has a 51% ground ball percentage, yet he gives up a lot of long balls. His career against the Cardinals, he's 2-0 with a 3.99 ERA and 5 appearances. He earned the win against St. Louis last Thursday or Friday. Or Saturday, he allowed 2 runs on 6 hits with 3 strikeouts over 5 1/3 innings of work. Now, let's take a look at the Cardinals, who are hosting the Diamondbacks. Cardinals, they're 4th in NL Central right now. They're 51 and 49. They are just like the Diamondbacks are 11 and a half games behind the division-leading Brewers. They're 4-6 the last 10, and they had a mini slide before the All-Star break that probably indicates that St. Louis won't be an active participant before the trade deadline. Now, let's look at their starter, St. Louis starter Michael McGreevy, right? He toes the rubber with a 4-7 record and a 2.92 ERA over 19 starts. McGreevy allowed 2 runs, 1 earned on 6 hits over 6 1/3 innings and a 5-4 win over the Diamondbacks last Friday. So he just faced the Diamondbacks. However, McGreevy, I have him circled, highlighted, prime regression candidate. Why? Based on the metrics: 5.33 xERA, 4.14 FIP, and a 4.43 SIERA. He doesn't miss many bats, just like his counterpart. He has a 5.92 strikeout per 9. That's not going to get it done. He has survived. His ERA is predicated on an unsustainable 2.55 batting average on balls in play and an 83.5% left on base percentage. The St. Louis Cardinals, how about their offense? They ranked 22nd in home runs with only 109, and they ranked 28th in strikeouts, 754. So it's not like they strike out a lot, but when they make contact, they hit it out of the park. Just the opposite, anemic at the plate. Let's look at both bullpens. Arizona, 14th, middling bullpen across the board, 14th and 15th in the league in ERA, xERA, every metric you look at, they're somewhere between 14 and 17. St. Louis bullpen, worse, believe it or not. 19th in ERA, 26th in xERA, 25th in xFIP, and 23rd in WAR at a 0.5. That's not going to get it done. Now, before I get to my free best bet winner, if you have not liked this video, please do so. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, helps out Wager Talk TV. And I would love to know what your comments are, who you like in tonight's game, whether it's this game or another game on the baseball slate for Thursday, July 23rd. Let me know. I'll be looking at your comments later today. Now, my free best bet winner is going to be on the St. Louis Cardinals at home. And I'm looking at the current price. It looks like it's 118, 120, 125, depending on the book. Make sure you shop for the best lines. I have 4 technical trends that I want to share with you supporting the best bet on the St. Louis Cardinals. Technical trend number 1, Major League Baseball home favorites of minus 125 or greater, coming off a win in which they had 6 or fewer hits. Well, that doesn't sound that great. Well, the Cardinals returned home on Wednesday off a 1-0 win over the Angels. This trend is 1549, 897. That's 63.3% since 2003. And these teams have won by an average margin of 1 run per game. So again, play on Major League home favorites coming off a win in which they had 6 or fewer hits. Technical trend number 2, I shared that with you earlier. Fade underdogs, road underdogs, coming off 2 or more consecutive wins. The D-backs are off 6-5 and 15-5 wins over the Oakland Athletics. That trend, 1971, 2870. That's 40.7% since 2008. Technical trend number 3, we want to play on afternoon home favorites in game 1 of a series off a game that went under the total. Why? These teams are 231, 128, 64.3% since 2011. And they've won these games by an average margin of 1.1 runs per game. My final trend that I really like, actually I have 2 more, I apologize, 2 more. Trend number 4, I call it the new series opponent off blowout win system. What we want to do is we want to play on Major League Baseball favorites in game 1 of a series versus opponents coming off a win by 10 or more runs. As I indicated earlier, Arizona coming off a blowout win. They're 141-83. These teams are facing, when they're facing teams in game 1 coming off a blowout win, 141-83. That's 63% for a plus 9% return on investment since 2003. That again supports the St. Louis Cardinals today. Technical trend number 5, play against the D-backs as road underdogs in games. In game 1 of a series with a starting pitcher who allowed 4 or more hits the last outing, that would be Brandon Pfaadt. Why? The D-backs under this circumstance, 23, 62, 27%, minus 37 against the return on investment since 2021, and they've lost these games by an average of 1.3 runs per game. Fade the Diamondbacks as underdogs, road underdogs in game 1 of a series with certain starting pitchers, and Brandon Pfaadt falls into that category. Finally, best bet, St. Louis Cardinals minus 120, minus 125 over the Arizona Diamondbacks here at Keim's Corner on Thursday, July 23rd. Make sure you check out my homepage at wagertalk.com And if you haven't done so already, like the page, thumbs up, hit the notification button, and comment below because I will be checking your comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this game and the other games on the slate. Until next time, thanks for joining me at Keim's Corner.